Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dolays and welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. In the last episode, we were messing around with witchery. As you can see, I haven't done anything with the altar. We also did some work getting a nice automated tree farm that's selectable too. It's kind of cool. But you know what? Let's actually do this. Just so that I can only have a single stack of saplings in there. That way, this stuff fills up. Because that's kind of the whole point, is to get more saplings so that we can burn them for witchery and all that fun stuff. But today, we are going to kind of step away from the witchery. I wish I would have slept. This rain's annoying. And we are going to start looking at a couple new things. Well, not new things. We're going to get back into a couple things. Specifically, we're going to get back into Thaumcraft and, I mean, mostly just Thaumcraft and a little bit of Britannia. So let's fly up here. I'm going to sort these. Are these full yet? No, that's good. I just kind of want to make sure that we're going to get stuff from the Enderman farm. I really need to take care of a lot of this stuff. But anyways, we are going to be working probably more with Britannia today than anything else. Just because Britannia is something we actually can work with. So, let's take a look at our achievement book. And yeah, so we've completed a lot of stuff. We need to do more farming stuff. We need to get diamond seeds and growth pulsers. But if we look at diamond seeds, these things are a little expensive. They require the VCO. I don't know that we have Ford's VCO essence. We might, but I don't think we have all that much. Yeah, no, we don't. So I need to get more Minicio in order to do anything like that. How are we doing for other things over here? Alright, so that's working just fine. Got a good bit of redstone. Decent bit of yellowite as well. So let's actually process a little bit of this. 45 times that? Yep, that's exactly 5. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna. What's the best way? So neither of those are good. We can get 2 from that. With rich slag, we can get 3. Now we can get a potential cyanite. That's the best. So let's get some coal. 5 coal. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can process this in the QED. Oh hey, I already have a whole bunch of coal in there. And that's going to give us some yellowite. So let's go ahead and we'll ignore this stuff. We'll do all those biome stuff later. Traveling to the deep dark is going to take a while. I need to set up the these guys to our cobblestone generators again, or set up a whole bunch of cobblestone generators to these guys. But craft using ender quarry. Yeah, a lot of big things, but we need to do some more work with Thaumcraft. So let's first come over here. Kind of the mastery. We need to go to the Eldritch dimension for Thaumcraft. That is not easy. I want to grow one more tree to help with some things. So I believe if we get what kind of sapling is it? There is a paper bark tree. We're gonna go ahead and grow this. Let's just grow it right over here. Doesn't really matter too much. We'll put it like right here, and there we go. So this is a really cool tree because it gives you paper. It doesn't have that much visual indicator that there's paper on there, but it does give you paper pretty quickly. We can also get paper from reeds, and yeah, that is what we need right now, is paper. So let's go ahead and we can put this guy down. I wish I had some niter. We could put the crucible right here. We can break the block underneath it. And honestly, if we put a torch right there, do that, that's a little bit better. Eventually we'll get some niter. That is... Actually, we might have some niter already. Niter is a heat source from Thaumcraft. No, we don't have any. But I do know how to make it, right? Yeah, it's glowstone with a couple torches and a piece of coal. So let's do this the old-fashioned way. Coal has 2, 2, 2. And we need 3 pieces of coal and some torches. 6 torches will be more than enough. The last thing we need is just flint and steel. Can we make flint and steel? Is it iron or is it steel in this pack? It's iron. Let's go ahead and make a flint and steel, and then we can grab a single piece of netherrack for right now anyways. And we'll just do it like right here. Actually, let's bring this over to the sink because we're gonna want the water. So we do this, put a torch here so that we can put the crucible on top of it. Since we can fly, it doesn't really matter too much to me, but we can heat it up. We need a bucket, and we need 2 pieces of glowstone. That should be enough for 2 niter. And yeah, so all you have to do is wait for this to boil. It's boiling. Now we throw the coal and that, and then both the glowstones, and we get the niter. Now if I had my wand on me, we could empty that. There's no like downsides to emptying this because, well, we didn't have any excess things. But rather than using flame, we can use niter. We can just place this right down and makes a nice wool sound, and we can put that there. And now if we had another sink, which that shouldn't be too difficult to make. I can't remember how to make it though. So sink, easy enough. Did I have a water bucket in there? Oh no, I had an extra one on me. Never mind. I kind of forgot about that. We can put a sink right here, and now we can continuously do that. Now there's one last thing. If we can make, we can make micro blocks. So the downside about sinks is they tend to, or not sinks, the crucible, they tend to emit some flux if there's excess stuff. So if we get a saw, which we have, and let's get, honestly, glowstone block will be good enough. We can do this. We can cut the glowstone all the way down into little nooks, and I'll throw the rest of those nooks in there. We take our 4 nooks and we put them on the corners, and it will actually take up the block above it without interfering with getting into this guy. That way we don't have any issues. So if I just put like this, we should see here in a moment that it boils. Yep, it's boiling, so it works just fine. Um, let's go ahead and scan the niter since I've never made it before. I never scanned netherrack either, so that's something to get. Oh my god, that had so much stuff on it. Manual and stuff isn't going to have it, but the item dislocator does. Lamb with mint sauce. A lot of this stuff has... Crimson Rights. A lot of this stuff has a lot of, like, good aspects and stuff like that. We need to get a few more aspects. That's why I haven't turned off the one achievement. But I'm not entirely sure what aspects we're missing. At least not off the top of my head. So let's grab the scribing tools. And we're going to take a look at the, like, what all we can do research-wise. So there's plenty of this stuff which we can start getting. But we're missing instrumentum. I really need to start looking at getting all the researches that I can. Focal stuff, this storage, sure. Alchemy, we're going to want those bath salts. That will help with warp, which is going to come up relatively soon. Automated alchemy, metal stuff, liquid death, why not? A lot of this stuff we don't really need, but it's also good to have. Do we have any more paper? Nope. So I'm going to put this stuff in here. Actually, we're going to do another chest. We're going to put it right here. And this chest is going to be solely for research. Gonna put that back. Put the niter in there. And let's grab this great wood sapling. We're going to come over here. Let's grab a little bit of dirt. I should have some dirt in here, I think. Yeah, we have plenty of dirt. Let's get 4 pieces of dirt. Let's put that back. And we're going to go ahead and grow a tree. Just real quick. It is surprisingly only 1 sapling. But I'm not entirely sure what the direction goes. Because the great wood trees are 4x4. Or 2x2, not 4x4. They are not a truck. So let's grab a little bit more dirt. And yeah, one of the big things that we're going to need to start doing is just kind of scanning everything we can. And try to get as much aspects as we can. Especially with the... Let's see, air is used a lot, so is ordo. So is... what else is used, like, constantly? Hey, auto spawner, we haven't scanned this. Fire is, but fire is pretty common. We already scanned all these chickens. Tanks. Did I scan? I did not scan a dispenser. Or a hopper. So yeah, there's a lot of things to scan. But yeah, ordo and air are 2 of the biggest ones that you need to get a lot of. Just because they're used so much that it's silly not to. Let's scan both of these. Item ducts. A lot of this stuff I think I've already scanned. Oh hey, we have a decent amount of things with that. That's cool. Transfer node items only has nothing from the ender stuff. The transfer node only has certain things. Cake we have. Treasures we can scan. Unknown dimlets we can't. Enderman head? Hey, we can scan the Enderman heads. a lot of it is just kind of going through this and scanning as much of the stuff as you can. A lot of the stuff won't... Wow, that had a lot of iron and lucrum. A lot of stuff won't actually have anything. But the more that you can get, the better. There's not much to say really about scanning all these aspects. Honestly, I need to just kind of do this off camera more than anything. But yeah, just trying to get a lot of different aspects. I will look between episodes to see if we have all of the aspects yet, and if not, which ones we're missing. Yeah, there's so much stuff that we can scan. Potions are always good. The rings don't have anything. I know that for a fact. But, so yeah, we are going to do a little bit of work with... I don't think the V-stones have anything. We're going to do a little bit of work trying to get... wow, that had a lot of stuff. Just trying to get more aspects, especially Ordo and Air. And we might want to look into making... there is an item that will help us get a lot of the primal aspects. And it's super easy to use. It's super easy to, like, get all the aspects and all that fun stuff. It's really easy to make. It's just a matter of doing it. So let's finish that, and I think let's grab a chest. Because you know what we can use is a lot of things like, I don't know, gunpowder that we have, and arrows and bones that we have just a ton of. So I think I have the research. Let's double check. The research it should be in Artifice, actually. Arcane Levitator, it's not that. No, is it just in Thaum? No, it'd be Basic. Deconstruction table. So we need to make another thermometer and a table. Most of that stuff is pretty easy. The only problem is getting shards. So all the shards do have an essence with them. And that's an easy way to make the knowledge fragments. Or you can get shards by breaking certain things with a hammer. Or we could just go to different worlds and get infused stuff. But there is our greatwood tree. There's a zombie over here. Let's go ahead and let's scan as much of this stuff as we can. It should have a little bit of magic in it. And now I almost went to go look for a lumber axe. I forgot we have that. So that was productive. We have a bunch of great wood now. Wow, we have a lot of great wood. We have a few saplings. So there's also the silver wood we could do the same thing with. Dimensional shard, or I think let's... How bad is it to make these? They all take Imperio, don't they? That's not bad, but that's not easy either. So I don't really have any shards. How about hammer? We have high efficiency hammer. We need a fortune. Bane of Arthropod. Does this have... Alright, let's see if we can make something. So let's get some manulin, and I'm trying to decide what all to make the thing out of. If we do one manulin, we'll do some obsidian for the rest of the stuff, and we're going to make a tool. We're going to make let's turn this off so it doesn't like take my piece of manulin. We're gonna take pickaxe, and we're gonna make another manulin pickaxe. One, I also need to repair the one I have, so let's grab another piece of manulin, and I think we just do it this way. Yeah, I should probably put like what do these have? They have 4 modifiers. But it's stone bound. Why is it stone bound? For all the manulin that I used. Alright, so this should be smelting relatively soon. We need tool rod and tool binding. We'll just use obsidian because why not? This is almost done. So I do believe, I could be completely wrong on this, but I do believe that you can make a neat little modifier with this stuff. So let's do pick. How many modifiers does that have? 1 modifier. I kind of want more. So let's grab some paper. Or do I have thaumium? I do have a little bit of thaumium. Or magical wood would actually be even better. We have a magical wood shard. Let's use this. Let's use the tool rod and let's switch it. So obsidian binding. And that has 2 modifiers. That's a little bit better. We can always level it up. So now we need a diamond hammer. We don't have many diamonds, so let's just make 1 and see if this works. Smashing. Yes. So basically, if you put a diamond hammer on a pick, you get the smashing modifier. And now we can take some lapis, or like a bunch, and we can add lapis to this and just get more luck. This is going to give us yeah, a better chance in just kind of overall in order to get all the shards. So let's grab some shards. We're gonna need, let's see, grass. So let's get dirt, double grass, compress dirt. Let's just get normal dirt. And do we have any grass seeds? No, but I have a piece of grass. And I have a silk touched shovel, so we can come over here and we're going to put this down. We're going to just surround it with dirt. And I'm doing all of this just to get some shards, which is kind of, I don't know, sad, impressive, one of the two. But we watering can this, it will grow pretty quickly. We'll grab our 1 piece of dirt back, and then we're gonna smash it. And I don't know, recipe, is it 100% chance? It's 100% chance. So the fortune does give you, it should give you an extra, like a bonus chance, but it might not. I don't actually know. We're going to get some earth shards. This should be enough to last me for a little bit. Why am I doing it the long way? And last one. Cool, so we have 28 earth shards now. Let's go ahead and scan that. So we have 28 earth shards. We are going to need, let's see, that's the grass block. Let's see, I gotta remember what all the shards are. I know water is ice, I do believe. Yeah. Um, so if we can get just a little bit of ice, then we can do this. Let's see, ice. How can you get ice? Snow. Otherwise, getting ice, you can get ice from. Doesn't the Pure Daisy have a recipe? Oh no, that makes snow. So do I have a glacial precipitator? I don't. That is the other way to get this. So glacial precipitators, we have that. We need copper gears. We need a piston. We need one of these guys, and we need a machine frame, which I can tell it to craft. And then I can do glacial precipitator. Now this thing you give a little bit of power to, and I think if we break this and we get a leadstone flux duct, not a leadstone, we get a hardened flux duct. We should be good to go. So let's go ahead and place this right here. Glacial precipitator, I want to set it so that it's going to make ice, and from the top is where it gets the water. Now we need to get a drum. We're going to get a bedrockium drum because why not? And I should have, it's probably down below. I believe it's in here. No? Okay. We should have an aqueous accumulator somewhere right here. And what we can do is where can we do this? Let's do it right here because, well, we have another water source over there. We put this guy down. This guy doesn't require any power. So let's rotate him. So let's just break him, and then we can rotate him like so. And out the top, we'll have an output into this bedrockium drum, and that's going to quickly gain a good bit of water. We'll worry about getting more water later, and once we get a decent amount of water, we can make the ice and get the shards. So air shards are the next one. These require sandstone, so sand. So let's get a stack of cobblestone, and we're gonna have to do, no, not the alloy smelter. I don't think I have a good way, so let's just come down here. I have a stack of gravel, and we're gonna make some sandstone out of this. So we'll just do pulverizer, gravel, and you know what, let's go ahead and throw a stack of that in there as well. Turn that off. So that'll give me more sand, but if we get just a little bit, just do 20. That is more than enough. We're going to do something similar as we did with the grass. We're going to get the shards. So 5 more. And we're going to get a little sand from this, but not that much. And we should have 20 shards, right? We do. So there's the air shards. Now I want to go ahead and I want to scan a piece of sandstone because it's actually really good to scan. And there we go. So we'll have some more sand, but Let's see, next is fire, which I believe is netherrack. I could be wrong on that. Fire shards come from nether brick. So we could smelt this up directly. Let's see how much nether brick we have. Not much. And I don't have automated soul sand yet. How much soul sand do I have? I have a lot, so let's just take a stack of this and a stack of this, and we'll go ahead and make induction smelting. That'll go do its thing. Let's take this out. And we'll have to wait on that, but that's not too big of a deal. So we need Perdicio. What are they called? They're order shards and entropy. So I believe this requires more sand because it requires TNT. Can we make some TNT? Alright, let's see how much we can make, if we can make any. 4. That's not enough for what I want, so let's get some more. There's some more sand. Convenient. So now we can do TNT. Craft it. 13, that's good enough. So as long as none of this explodes, no worries. And easy enough. 13 entropy shards. And I forgot once again to scan the TNT. So we're gonna do one more, probably 2 actually. So let's go ahead and scan that. I've scanned all this, right? Cool. So let's come over here where it's a lot safer, and just in case. So we scan the entropy shards, yes. Then ordo, or rather order shards, require stone slabs, and it's specifically double stacked stone slabs. So let's get some slabs, and can we get a wand? Alright, so we do something like this. It does it quite nicely. Now, depending on the mod pack you're playing, these recipes will be a little bit different. I've seen that it's obsidian sometimes. I've seen it being what was some of the other stuff? I just remember obsidian. Sandstone slabs rather than sandstone, like just sandstone. So this mod pack has changed a lot of that stuff. So let's grab the water. It's got a lot of water in here, and I'm just gonna keep getting water like that. Put that there. Looks like I need some sort of pipe or something. Do I have any liquid transfer nodes? I do over here. Since we're not using the auto spawner right now, why not? Alright, so I also have some redstone that's right here. Let's go ahead and pick that up. So evidently we're not going to do any Britannia today. Whoops. Oh well. That's fine. So that's going to make ice. We have nether brick. Let's go over here and start all of this. And smashing. Let's scan this before we do anything though. Cool. Now we can get our fire shards. And there we go. We have 30 fire shards. And we've scanned everything else, so cool. Let's get rid of a little bit of this stuff in our inventory. Like this stuff. The bucket we will keep. The chest we'll keep for right now. And last thing, let's get 16 ice. I'm gonna let this kind of go and make as much ice as it wants. So let's come over here. We're gonna be a little bit quick on this because of how it works. But there's water shards. I don't think we can scan the ice shards, but we can get the ice scanned. And this is also going to give us a lot of these ice shards, which we can turn right back into ice and get a decent amount back. So I believe we just break that. We get a bunch of it. 52. Yeah, this is a lot of water shards. So water shards is probably going to be the easiest thing for us to get right now. Just because, yeah, we're perpetually getting 13. No complaints here, but let's go ahead and put that back. We have 42 water shards. And yeah, now we can start making some stuff. So we need to make a table. A table is pretty easy if I remember correctly. It's just some wood and wood planks. I want to scan that. We're going to need a gold axe. We can just go ahead and repair this. That'll work. And what was the other thing? A gold pickaxe, I believe. Let's see. Go ahead and make that. And then we're going to need a little bit more gold. Because we're going to need a thermometer. Where is it? Oh, why am I blind? Where is it? There we go. So we need a piece of glass and 2 more gold. So we do this. I don't want to use air shards. I want to use water. And we can scan the other one that we have. So I believe now we have to come over here. And in our table, we put this table, pick that, and there's one other thing, and I don't know what we're missing. So it's a deconstruction table. Is it a... Okay, we're not actually missing anything. Other than aspects. We don't have enough V for that. So let's get some thermometer robes on. This will help a little bit. Also, I want to get goggles of revealing. That is leather. We need 2 more thaumaturgy things, thermometers. And again, we're not going to use air, we're going to use water. We need some leather. And what's the last thing? Two more pieces of gold. So let's see if we have robes. Yeah, we have Crimson Cultist stuff. We can get a little bit of a discount. But let's go ahead and make the goggles of revealing first. Let's see if that'll work. If we can manage that. And if we can, then that will help a little bit. We can start looking at other things. Insufficient. So I guess we gotta make a better wand. We need to make a great wood wand. uh, gold banded greatwood one, which is pretty easy to make. Let's get 2 pieces of this. We're gonna need a little bit more gold, I think. Insufficient fee. Do we need to make... Why does this not have any? Oh, just that. It's empty. That's why. So... You know what? Let's do something fun. That is an amazing... Let's see. Minicio, Soul Sand. Alright, let's dump off a lot of this stuff. I didn't realize that this one was empty. We're going to put a lot of this stuff in here, and we'll come back to it later. And what we're going to do is we're going to head off to a dimension. Doesn't matter really which, but we're going to go to a dimension and kill monsters, see if we can't get... I don't know that there's any like nodes down here. There are. So let's grab this. Yeah, there's a lot of nodes down here. So we can get some aspects. We just don't want to drain it, but luckily this thing only has capacity of 25, so as long as it's more than 25, we can get it. So we're not going to go to another world. So this will be air. And let's see, what else do we have down here? Yeah, once we have the goggles of revealing, it's going to be a lot nicer, but we're not going to be able to fly. So we're going to have to make a new toy. Before we can do this, we're going to have to make angel rings. So here is, that's air. We'll just go this way for a little bit and see if we can find anything. The nether is another place where we can go look for nodes, I do believe. No, not really seeing any. I don't believe there's going to be many up. Like most sky blocks, most of the nodes are down below. So yeah, we're going to have to do some work with that. What we can do though, let's just go and see. Oh yeah, I have runic shielding, don't I? That's a thing. Let's grab Eldritch. Don't really want to do Eldritch dimensions. Let's see what a world with, let's see, amber bearing stone, that could be cool. Let's do an endstone world. So this is relatively cheap. We need, there's a dangling modifier, so let's do feature. We need something to modify the material. I guess we could do feature orbs. Feature origin, why not? Does it matter? Yes, it does. We're going to call this endstone store. So let's see what kind of world this is. Should not take too long to do anything with this. We also should have a lot of yellowite. We can go ahead and put all that in there. This is going to bump up how much RF we're going to be making. And that has plenty. So let's go ahead and dial home base to endstone. Dial once. I want this guy. And we're going to teleport, and hopefully there's no bad effects or anything like that. Or there's going to be nothing. Alright, so here's a question I have. One, I think I know why that happened, but if we go down near bedrock, we gonna have any nodes? Don't see any. Alright, let's go back home. We're gonna alter the this dimension a little bit, because, well, I don't like that. So let's come back up here. Let's extract. I'm going to take the origin out, because origin in this mod pack means nothing. So let's get orbs. And let's do, I want to make sure that there's no effects, so effect none. And we'll store this as in stone. It's somewhat expensive to kind of process, but it's not too bad. We can dial in stone, and it's ready now. This is going to be taking 75 RF per tick. Yeah, that's not too expensive. So let's head there. Once we get there, if it looks good. Oh, it's doing that thing again. I need to not call it Instone or something like that. So let's rename it. Instone 2. ID 12. Yeah, that's what I want. And this has plenty of RF still. I wish I could delete. But, oh well. Does this look better? Whoa. That is the weirdest background. That sky is kind of disorienting. Alright, so let's add new in stone commit lock, and let's go ahead and turn our magnet on for one. But I want to kill these mobs, because if we kill the mobs, then we can get aspects. Ow. For a wand. And that is what these are. But anyways, let's go ahead and get a bunch of endstone. And alright, well, I need to light that up. There's a thing over here. Let's come over here and look at this, and then I'm gonna have to, oh, this is so weird. Are those actual squids just kind of, wow. Oh, because we're in a beach, maybe? So I need to go ahead and get a bunch of different things. I need to go ahead and charge up all of my my wand, rather. So we have tendrils, red body, okay, nothing all that good. Let's go ahead and go back. We have a decent amount of endstone for now. We can dump that off in here, and we'll deal with that later. Right now, let's see if we get anything good. fact, none. Sky dark blue. Um, so yeah, I need to charge my wand up so that we can make all that fun stuff from Thaumcraft. And I think next time we are going to look more into Britannia. I'm also going to do the research and look into trying to finish up getting all the aspects. Really not seeing anything yet. Dimlit 8. Desert. Normal fog. Alright. So yeah, there's a couple things that we need to do. But if we can start looking at... we're going to want goggles of revealing. But we're going to need to get more a different form of flight. And only way I can think of is the angel ring. Well, the best way I can think of. Which requires unstable ingots. And a nether star. So we're going to have to deal with that. Neither of those are like terrible, but they're bad enough to do. So yeah, we might want to look into... I would love to look into more automation through Draconic Evolution, but we need more Draconium to do that. And unfortunately, there's not a good way to get Draconium unless you can find this. And even then, that is expensive to use. So if we want Draconium, we're going to need a lot of things. Loot bags are actually good. Legendary loot bags are a decent source for Draconium. So that might be something we want to look into. I have a bunch of legendary loot bags right here. Let's open a few. And Enderium, oh yeah, all of that was kind of crap. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Next time, we're going to do a little bit more work with Thaumcraft, but I want to get into Britannia and actually kind of complete that for the most part. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!